streaming during the daytime, all fancy with my daylight outside and junk. Alright, do it, Dwayne. It's me. I'm Alex. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Hi everyone. Welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be playing a game called The Little Mermaid. It's a 1991 NES game based on a fairy tale or something by a dude named Hans Christian Andersen. And one cool thing is that Andersen is spelled Andersen. That's very unique. But The Little Mermaid is the story of a lady who has like fish legs, and she falls in love with like a dude, and she like fights crime. Yeah. So that's basically it. So let's do this. That's a nice song. I was thinking that maybe somebody could sing the words to the song here. I don't think anyone is gonna be doing that, Alex. Aw, you guys aren't any fun. Alright, let me do this. Ariel, Princess of the Sea, fell in love with Eric at first sight. She asked Ursula to make her a human so she could meet him. He fell in love with her too and planned to marry her. Oh, how sweet. Then, one day her flying crab friend, Flounder, and a drunk bird came to see her in a big hurry. They explained that Ursula had cast a spell over the fish of the sea, so they would have to do what she wanted. If she wasn't stopped, she would probably take over the whole sea. Yikes. Ariel decided to go to Ursula's castle to try and release the fish from Ursula's spell. She explained to Eric that she was a mermaid and a princess of the sea, and that she must try to save her friends. Eric was like, whatever. Eric tried to convince her not to go because he was a selfish jerk who didn't care about fish politics. But fish politics were very important in the world of fish ladies. So she went to the Sea of Coral to save the world. While Ariel was in the gigantic sea, covered with coral, she grabbed a shell that was bigger than her head and threw it at some sort of sea anemone or something. She then grabbed another shell and carried it with her, and used the shell to open up a treasure chest. Inside the treasure chest was a glowing ball. A fish approached her, and she trapped the fish in a bubble, and then got a fork by using her tail as some sort of shovel or something. more fish continued to try to assault Ariel, and she would trap them in bubbles and throw them at other fish as some sort of poetic justice. She traveled through a corridor, and there was an octopus who could shoot red balls from its mouth. It was kind of crazy. So she grabbed another shell and tried to kill the octopus, but she failed miserably. There was another octopus who could also shoot red balls out of his mouth, and a mean old fish that swam diagonally. It was crazy. So she grabbed another shell and took it to another treasure chest and got a green glowing ball. And then she trapped another mean fish in a bubble and threw it up against a wall of coral. I can't even say coral. And went through another corridor where there was an orange fish. She trapped it in a bubble and went upon her way. After grabbing another shell, she used it to open up another treasure chest and got another green glowing ball. That's when she realized that she was having to fight a shark. She didn't ask for this. Whose side was the shark on? Did he not realize that she was a sea princess? Special green shark buddy fish were swimming around the shark, so she would trap those shark buddies in bubbles and throw them at the shark. Sometimes she would lose her grip or miscalculate how to throw the fish at the shark, but since it was the first boss, it was fairly easy to destroy.
Cool.
Yeah. Ursula is going towards the sunken ship. Watch out, Ariel, said Flounder, who had dyed his stripes black. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. She grabbed another shell and swam through the boat. She trapped she knocked a barrel down the stairs and watched it roll and break. She then trapped a purple fish in a bubble and then a red fish. Then she was assaulted by a red fish. It was crazy. Behind another barrel was a doll that looked just like her. Somehow this doll granted her more lives, and that was a good thing. As she knocked another barrel down the stairs, it disappeared. Where did it go? It reappeared at the top of the stairs, but a fish killed her, and she had to start all over from the beginning. After digging in the sand with her tail, she got another shell. There was a ghost fish, and she killed it again. And that was cool. Her bubble creating power was not that great because she skipped out on that green ball that was in the chest.
Dumb.
Yeah, she shouldn't have done that. She can't even knock the barrel over. Because the green balls give her power. She can't do nothing. So she went backwards, or tried to, and realized that passing through that one corridor meant that she could not pass back through it. But she died anyway. And sometimes, to get ahead, you have to die and go backwards.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's just life. So she went back through the corridor, and she trapped another fish in a bubble, and she used it to kill another fish, and she knocked over another barrel, and got another doll of herself. It had more life. Pretty cool. Stupid octopus. So she knocked the barrel down the stairs again, and had to keep up with it because she knew that if she took too long it would disappear. And she got another green ball. And her power was immense, but she died and had to go back to the fucking beginning again. Christ. So she got a shell, killed a fucking ghost fish, used the fucking shell to get another red ball for power, trapped the fucking purple dude in a bubble, did this shit again, knocked over this barrel so she could get another goddamn life, and swam up above to knock the other barrel down so that she could have even more power. Pretty cool. But the goddamn barrel disappeared because she didn't swim fast enough. So she had to swim back up to the top of the stairs where the barrel had respawned. And she had to avoid the stupid ass redfish that's always there. So she got another green ball and swam upwards to get out of this godforsaken section. Inside of the sunken ship was an air bubble, so she could get this shell that was like not underwater. And she used that shell to open up another treasure chest and get another red ball. So now she had like this super bubble power that it's like 3 bubbles that spin. What is the past tense of spin? Spend? I think spend is good. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So she couldn't figure out how to get the goddamn shell off of this one shelf area, and she died, and had to go back to the fucking start of the ship again. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, well she was as determined as ever to get through this shit as fast as fucking possible, because it was getting kind of tedious. There were no checkpoints. Just like in real life, there are no fucking checkpoints. So whatever. So she got another life, and swam up, and trapped another fish thing, knocked the fucking barrel down the stairs. It was amazing. It was all worth it. She got another green ball of power. Swam past the fucking octopus. knock the goddamn shell off the thing. Got another red ball. And dove back in the water. She thought about whether or not she should actually get the shell that's at this part of the story. She wondered what is in that treasure chest, but then she was like, fuck it. So she swam down and used her tails to knock over a big old red blobby thing. And there was another shell. She was getting kind of tired of all of this stuff already. It was only the second level of her story. But here she was at a boss level, and there were these weird eel-looking dudes poking their heads out of holes. They were not susceptible to her bubble sprays, so she figured she had to like trap the crabs and throw them at the eel dudes. Luckily, when she realized once she got to the eel dudes that there was a checkpoint, so she didn't have to start the whole goddamn thing over again. Thank Christ. God damn it. Alright. I've got this now, said Ariel, as she got herself down to 1 hit point before the battle. Does the continue start her? No fucking way. Cripes.
Stupid.
You said it. Alright. So Ariel started the whole fucking level over again. She knocked over the barrel, got her life, knocked over the other stupid fucking barrel, got herself down to 1 hit point. There's no way she'll make it now, said herself. And she died, and had to start over once again, and it was stupid as hell. Why can't I play this child's game? Said April's conscious April. No, have I been calling her April? Her name's Ariel. This isn't Ninja Turtles. Ariel, April, Ariel, whatever. Ariel really wanted to be called April. It just rolled better off the tongue. If I can just get to the checkpoint, that would be great, said Ariel. But she knew that that was unlikely, because she had already sucked at this game so far. And now she couldn't even throw a shell up out of the water, something that she did not even have problems with before. There we go, said Ariel. as the spiky things fell from the ceiling out of nowhere. She waited for them to stop with their bullshit so she could just grab the damn shell. She really wanted to get that thing in that chest. Oh my god. So she swam the shell back up there to try to open up the chest. The damn octopus kept respawning. It was highly annoying. So she got another green ball. It made her bubbles more powerful enough to trap an octopus. That was pretty amazing. So she used her tail to knock over the bowling ball and use that bowling ball to open up yet another chest. I'll be super powerful now. Look at how powerful my bubbles are, said Ariel. But she was already down to one hit left. Could she even survive? Will any of this have mattered? Because if she dies, at this point, she'll lose all of those powers. And it will all have been for nothing. Oh my god. Let's kick some eel butt. I guess those things are eels. I don't exactly know what they're supposed to be. I don't have a lot of bubble power. Come on. Don't make me do this again. Just want to get out of this level, said Ariel. One of the eels had died, and there was only one eel dude left. And he had to die too, because she was tired of getting her butt kicked by this really simple game. To her, it was all a game in her mind. But she killed the final eel and made it to the next level. Her score was 6,000 points. She didn't know what it meant. The fiendish Ursula froze the sea. Oh joy, an ice level, said Ariel. I love ice levels in video games. What's a video game, said Sebastian. Hell if I know, said Ariel. So she knocked a shell off a platform, and it went to a bottomless pit. Christ. Ariel thought to herself, I think I'll do the rest of this in silence mostly. You sure you don't want to narrate the rest of this game? Kinda sure. I mean, it was fun. Oh, but then Ariel found a walrus. And it was throwing sky shells at her that magically appeared out of the sky. Whoa, said Ariel. I can use those to throw back at the walrus. But she couldn't get up on the damn platform to throw them. How hard is it to throw a damn shell? Said Ariel. Pretty hard, she said. But somehow, the walrus was easier to beat than the previous two eels that she just had to fight. Why was this level here? It was super easy. It was easier than even the first level, thought Ariel. Then the fish came and said there's something bad happening. You gotta go do that, or whatever. And it was, oh, an underground volcano. Awesome. Ariel said, I'm no longer fucking around. I'm just gonna swim to the end and get to the boss, cause it doesn't even matter at this point. Like, every time I get all the powers and get to the boss, I just die anyway, and I don't have any powers by the time I get there. So why even bother? Thought Ariel. And she was like basically mostly right. So she just kept on swimming. Not even strong enough to knock over a barrel. Whatever. And in like less than a couple of minutes, she was already at the boss. Some sort of weird seahorse dude. She died fairly quickly, but it started her at a checkpoint just outside of the boss's lair. And by not fucking around and powering up on bubbles as she would just have already lost, by just going straight to the seahorse dude, she saved herself some time. Good for her. So the seahorse guy kept shooting fish and sea urchins out of his cannons, not knowing that Ariel had the ability to trap his fish bullets in bubbles and shoot them right back at him. But she died again. Hopefully she won't lose all of her lives, because if she has to continue, she'll have to start at the beginning of the level. And she was already getting bored of the destiny that she had given herself, or whatever. but she was kind of ready for it all to be over. Hopefully, she said, there aren't a limited amount of continues. Because if I had to do all of this over again, I would just die. But she beat the magical seahorse evil dude. And had 22,000 points. Ursula's castle is like a magical maze, said Sebastian. Sometimes you will walk through a door in a room and walk back out. In the same door, you will be in a different place. What the fuck are you on about, said Ariel. Under the sea, said Sebastian. There was a slowpoke fish sleeping on the ground, who snored tinier fish. She could not harm him, though. Are these giant mouth things doors? Yes, they are, said Ariel. I guess. So she killed the slowpoke fish with a shell, and then killed the other slowpoke fish with a shell. I'm a murderer, said Ariel. That fish wasn't hurting nobody. An empty treasure chest, said Ariel. What a waste of time. She went through Ursula's magic doors, figuring out where they go to. Is that an extra life? Good for me. Screw all of this screwing around, said Ariel. Let me just get to the boss. Certainly I'm gonna die anyway. Everybody dies. You sure said those words, Mr. Lenny. She went through the door multiple times for some reason. She just wanted to see. And there was Ursula. And she died like almost instantly. Ursula was throwing bright, glowing orbs that turned into seahorses that were super cute. What cute seahorses, said Ariel. I'll trap them in bubbles and destroy Ursula. The seahorses, however cute they are, were pawns in Ursula's game of evil. I wish I could throw things upwards, said Ariel, but she could not. She had to swim up to the lady's head and throw them that way. So she died again, but she had a better grasp on how to kill Ursula. So she did the things that were necessary to defeat her, like trapping the cute seahorses in bubbles, swimming up far enough to hit her head. Good times, said Ariel. Good times. I bet she takes like 1 billion hit points, thought Ariel. She is the final boss after all. Ursula didn't seem to be putting forth much effort. She just sat her fat ass on her rock, letting her minions do all the work. But after basically less than 10 hits, Ariel had destroyed her. Wow, thought Ariel. That was pretty fucking simple. Why did everyone need me to go do that? Like, Ariel, it looks like Ursula is back, but this time she is gigantic. Oh, it was a fake out. That wasn't the end of the game. Now I have to beat giant Ursula. Whoa. She's like twice as big, basically? Okay. I do like this music. And Ariel discovered that she could throw upwards, and that she probably could have been doing that the whole time. Maybe she was just doing it wrong? She didn't know. She did like how the fish just swam vertically towards her, and they were very easy to grab. This is easier than the first Ursula that I had to fight, thought Ariel. And she's already dead. That was anticlimactic, thought Ariel. Ariel's fish dad looked upon Ariel from a distance. She wanted to be a human again, but the story had not established that she had yet ever been a human. But her dad was gatekeeping her human powers, and he zapped her with his sea prongy thing. What are those things called? Trident. He zapped her with his magical trident, and Prince White Dude Aladdin type guy married Ariel by the sea. The end. La 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 la. Under the sea, under the sea, life is a flower waiting for me. I just remember to be under the sea. Under the sea, under the sea. Alright, well, that was fun. And that sound means that the story is over. That was a good story, wasn't it? Yeah, it was super good. You did a good job. Thanks. That means a lot coming from you. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and don't forget to...
Goodbye.